James Harden is now a Cleveland Cavalier, and Darius Garland, along with a second-round pick, was sent back to the Los Angeles Clippers. Fellas, let's get into it.
So I'm up here to make a declaration today, fellas, because over the last 3 years, almost 4 years now, I've been an advocate of who? Who have I been an advocate? What group have I been an advocate of?
Oh, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Every year I've told you where I thought that they were going to be. And this season, if you remember, Ox, before the season started, where did I have the Cavs?
You got them winning the East, right?
I got them winning the NBA championship. Is that correct?
You got winning the championship?
I had them winning the NBA championship. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So now they made
that was
trade.
last year, right?
Nope. Last year I had them going to the East Finals.
This season.
Going into this season, I had.
You had them in the Mavericks.
No, I had them in Denver. I had the Mavericks.
Oh,
I had the Mavs in Denver in the West Finals. I had them in Denver in the NBA championship. Well, I'm declaring today, guys, that I'm out. OUT. I'm out.
Ooh.
I'm
sure
good.
They just upgraded their roster. What you mean you out?
I'm out. And the reason why I'm out, for one reason and one reason only. Not because they actually acquired the better player. Not because they acquired the better fit. Not because they acquired the better bucket getter. Not because he actually does do very well with guys playing off the basketball. Because a lot of people forget Donovan Mitchell played off the basketball with Mike Conley for a bunch of years in Utah. So it's not like he can't play off the ball. He played off the ball with Mike Conley for a bunch of years. But what you're not going to do, you are not going to introduce me to a chick that I already know. You're not going to do that with me. It's not happening. And I've seen this movie time and time again. Ox, no matter how many times I rewind the tape, Bishop still gets thrown off that roof. I can rewind it a bunch of different times. Q still drops him off the roof. I want him to pull him up. In the end, he still drops him off the roof. I don't know how many times I've rewinded the tape. Jordan still stole the ball from Malone. I'm screaming at him. Yo, he's behind you. Nope, he still stole it from him. No matter how many times I watch that, no matter how many times I've seen it, I know what it's going to be in the end. And I know what this is going to be in the end. And you're not going
to... Wait. What exactly is it going to be? Because I don't know what you're getting at. Me and Mars are confused right now. What exactly is this going to be?
Don't put my name into this.
It's going to be...
Me and Mars, we are in complete oblivion.
It's going to be what it's always been with James Harden. I got the better player. I got the better distributor. I got the better ball handler. I got the better bucket getter. It fits. In the end, it's going to go wrong. It is going to, no matter what happens, this is going to go wrong. And I've seen it too many times, and I've seen him on too many good teams for me to think otherwise. So I'm saying to you today, Ox, in February of 2026, I'm out. I love Evan Mobley. That's my guy. Love Donovan Mitchell. That's my guy. I'm good, Joe.
Chill. Now I understand where you're coming from. Because every time I watch Titanic, she does not let that man up on that doorway, even though they both could have fit on that wood.
He still freezes to death.
They both could have fit, and she still don't let him up there. Then she could Jack, girl, you could have let him up there with you. But chill. The point is
that was me.
Yeah, I feel you. But chill. The point is, Darius Garland hasn't necessarily been healthy. James Harden is healthy. James Harden's pretty resilient dude. You know what I'm saying? He usually plays. But on top of that, chill. Don't you think that James Harden is gonna open up Jared Allen's game, open up Evan Mobley's game? Don't you think he's gonna help facilitate that offense and really get Donovan Mitchell off? He can get off the ball a little bit. I think this is a hell of a move for Cleveland.
It's going to look fantastic, Ox. I mean, the lob. I was literally thinking about this morning. If you look back, with the exception of what went on in Oklahoma City, has James Harden played with a more talented group than what he's with right now?
Played with KD and Kyrie on the same team.
Okay, he did play with KD and Kyrie on the same team. He didn't play with Kyrie as much. He didn't play with Kyrie.
Yeah, but they were on the same team. Yeah, they were on the same team. He hasn't played it too with Donovan Mitchell.
And he's about to. So with
play with Kyrie.
But he didn't. So
maybe another pandemic's about to happen.
No, which is not. Nope, that happens once in a lifetime. So I got Mobley, Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell, and I got guys to supplement. Right? I actually got guys to supplement the lack of defense. Because I got dirty work guys like Porter and Tyson, right? I got another
Dean
sharpshooter in Merrill, right? I got Dean Wade, right? So I got all of these.
They just got two pieces from Sacramento too.
I got all of these things that are necessary.
Yeah.
All of these things that are necessary. With that all being said, Q still drops Bishop off the roof. He
tried to pull him up, Chill.
He did try to pull him up.
Is it the playoff stuff, Chill?
Which is interesting too, Ox, because everything that you just said about James Harden is a fact. Everything that you just said about James Harden is a fact. The lob threat that Jared Allen is. That's going to be fantastic. The pick and pop, the pick and dive guy that Evan Mobley is playing with playing with James Harden. That's going to look great. Donovan Mitchell can play off the basketball. And I think James Harden is one of the best setup guys in the league in terms of a playmaker, in terms of a distributor. I already know his game is conducive to all of these guys. It works. But I've seen what it looks like when it matters the most.
Hey, I hear you. I mean, I get what you're saying. Trust me, I understand. But I like the move. I'm not sure if I'm saying like that makes Cleveland like my favorites out the East. Obviously, you know, the Celtics did get big boots, so you know what I'm saying? Like that was a hell of a move. I don't know how much you want to talk about that, Ron, but that was a hell of a move.
Yeah, we'll get in that.
Yeah, but I do think like just on paper. So if I'm just gonna just go off it like that way, just on paper, I think James Harden is gonna make Evan Mobley better.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna be able to really help Jared Allen on the offensive end, put him in easier position. And I mean, I don't think it really helps D Mitch. I don't think D Mitch really needs much help getting his offense off. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, the two big guys, I think they're gonna really eat. They're gonna feast off of this. So. And on top of that,
so what event?
On top of that, I mean, I don't know. I can't.
They're going to reach new regular season heights?
Well, Ron, I don't know. You know, my thing about it is,
Evan Mobley's going to hit his career high. Jared Allen's going to 40-17 game in the regular season.
All I can say is what I see, and then whatever happens. Like these dudes are gonna do whatever they're gonna do, right? Like we could just give our. You know, what we think about it. And I think this was a good move for Cleveland, mostly because Darius Garland just hasn't really been healthy. I think Darius Garland's a really good basketball player. I think I'm higher on Darius than a lot of y'all. Like, I've been hearing a lot of, like, I don't know, negative talk about Darius Garland. I don't know where that's coming from. But I guess it's mostly because he hasn't been healthy. I'm not sure. But James Harden is healthy. So for those reasons, Ron, I think on paper, this is a good move. I don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs, but I'm not going to pretend like I think I know.
Can you tell me what's the difference between Darius Garland being healthy for a game and then unhealthy for another game and then healthy for one game and then healthy for another game, here for a series, gone for a series? What's the difference between that and James Harden balling this game and playing Houdini this game? Being James Harden this game and then turning into David Blaine the next game. What's the difference? Hey, when game 6 rolls around and James Harden gives you 9 points on 1 of 8.
Yeah, well, he got a squad though. I mean, that's when Donovan Mitchell's kind of like, all right, I'll just shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, move, bro. You know that's what
he been doing.
Did I just come to Ron hating on James Harden?
No, you came to Ron.
No, he's actually kind of defending him.
It's actually, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Surprise. The elephant.
For Ron standard, is defending him.
Okay.
Saying that him disappearing isn't that big of a deal because Garland was barely there. That's a defense of Harden for Ron.
Oh, so it's
to your point.
hating.
No, it was Chill that was hating. Chill.
Oh,
anybody hating?
I knew it was somebody in that top row.
It was basically Chill has now used the James Harden trade to get off the Cleveland to winning the championship agenda.
I'm not using it because I want to stay on this trade.
That's the reason. James Harden being traded to the Cavs is the reason that he no longer has the Cavs winning the championship. Therefore, he's using the James Harden trade to get off the Cleveland agenda.
But it's not an out. But here's the difference.
I never said it was an out. I said that's what you're using it for.
But I'm not. But it's not an out. Because what you're implying was that I was looking for an out. Like I really don't think that.
No, what I'm implying is that you're off Cleveland because they got James Harden.
No, that's not implying that. That's a fact. I'm.
Yeah. So then why are you telling me about implications?
No. That's why.
All I said was that you're off Cleveland because they got James Harden.
No, what you're making it sound like, Mars, is that I'm
I misspoke. I'm now telling you what I meant. You're off Cleveland because they got James Harden. There you go.
Yes.
So that's what you missed.
That part is a fact. Yeah, and to your point, Ox, the Darius Garland, the reason why people are the way that they are with Darius Garland, one, he's getting traded for James Harden. who is a better player, right? Who is a better player, and it does fit. So people have a tendency to look at the other player like he's less than. Even though Darius Garland is really damn good, one of the most efficient guards in the league. I mean, Mars and I have had this conversation about the ball handler that he is. I don't know how many ball handlers in the game are better than him. I think that he's a top 3 ball handler, if I'm being honest with you.
Y'all too low on Darius Garland. I hear you trying to big up a little bit, but y'all are way too low on Darius Garland. I think the only reason Darius Garland's getting so much negative talk recently is just because of the injuries. You know what I mean? Other than that, when Darius Garland is a baller, bro. I don't.
Yes, he is. 100%. He is.
We haven't seen him translate elite level of play into the playoffs. That's why he gets.
I'm not going to fight back with y'all about the James Harden is better or who's better thing. I'm not really into that. I don't care, but I don't think that like it's a bad. Like I don't think this was a bad move for both teams. I do feel like James Harden's kind of, you know what I'm saying, like BSing a little bit about, I wanted them to help rebuild. Like, they got a second-round draft pick. They didn't get all this draft capital that you were talking about, James Harden. I don't know what you're talking about with the draft capital. But Darius Garland's a hell of a basketball player. So this is good for the future for the Clippers and also really good for the Cavs to try to win right now. So I don't think anybody
There's an elephant in the room that I haven't heard many people discuss, and that is that the Cavs front office is terrified that Donovan Mitchell's not going to sign this extension. Mm-hmm. And what this does is that you're going to have to push all your chips to the middle of the table. And reports have come out that, that Donovan Mitchell supported this trade and he's excited to play next to James Harden. And the Cavs in the last 72 hours, Harden, Keon Ellis, Dennis Schroeder, they're a better team today. But in saying that, I still don't know if I'm doing this trade if I'm them, man. Harden's 36 years old. Chill. The playoff stuff is real. I think it's phenomenal business by the Clippers, by the way. Because the James Harden timeline's so interesting because after Philly, no one wanted him. The Clippers gave him a timeline. The Clippers gave him a lifeline. Then after another playoff meltdown, they extended him. Then this season's been so excellent that the market value's never been higher for quite some time. So they sell high. But for the longest time, if you guys said to me that the Clippers would be able to trade a 36-year-old James Harden and get a multi-time All-Star who's a decade younger, I would have thought you were absolutely crazy and get a pick along the way. It's phenomenal business by the Clippers, man. Mm-hmm. But I think the elephant in the room is they're going hard for Donovan Mitchell here, man. They're terrified that this guy's going to leave and not extend with them. So
because they got to start over. Because if they don't, then they're going to have to start over again. Well, again, they still got pieces like Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who also I've heard is on the trade block. But they would have to, if they end up losing Donovan Mitchell, that's where they would be again in obscurity. They would have to start over with Mobley because they're moving off. With James Harden being there, James Harden is also looking for an extension, Ron. Don't leave that part out. James Harden, which the Clippers were not willing to pay. The Clippers were not willing to re-up him. I believe the number was $80 million over the next 2 years. Steve Ballmer is not interested in that number. I do think that they have a gentleman's agreement in Cleveland, and he will get extended. So I do understand. They're basically doing what Milwaukee was trying to do with Giannis. Like, we're trying to build this thing, and we're trying to keep this thing going to let you know that we're serious about winning. Yeah, we're trying to do that.
Chill. They're not serious about winning. They are not serious. They're not.
Cleveland, the Cavs,
the Cleveland Cavaliers are not.
How are they not serious about
bringing James Harden in? You're not. Hey, you're joking with yourself.
Okay, you
are lying to yourself. You're lying to Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. You're lying to James Harden, giving him all that goddamn money. Hey, all right. Hey, once again, Chill came up here and outlined so beautifully that you know how the movie how the ending to movies go. We all know what's about to happen with Cleveland. Real talk, you're up there nodding your head like you believe in this Cavaliers team like that.
I didn't believe.
But whoa. But then no. Hold on. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you have it. Let me finish. All I want to say is you guys are gonna get mad at me for telling the truth about James Harden, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and Donovan Mitchell. We've seen all of these guys.
Ron, we've been saying the same thing even when they had Darius Garland. So them trying to upgrade at point guard is not a problem in my opinion. I want to speak to a point.
What avail though? Real talk.
I want to speak.
What avail? You just gave up your point guard of the future for a short term.
But this is what I'm saying.
Skeezer. She's a skeezer. She's gonna be here for a week, and then she's gonna be messing up the next man's trailer home.
And the reason why he's saying that real talk is because
the reason why
he's saying that real talk
drink all your alcohol, eat all your food.
We seen her mess up other trailers. We seen her with her fucking panties on, sneaking out of other dudes' trailers at 2:00 in the morning. We seen her skank ass in the bar at 3:00 in the morning on the other side of town. We seen that already. We seen her stink ass.
I'm not saying
her stinking ass.
I'm not saying that James Harden definitely
breath always smelling like Bud Light.
James Harden definitely has his moments of James Harden definitely has his moments of, disappointment in the playoffs. That's fair, whatever. I want to get back to a point Damian made, because it's not only the thought of, well, I couldn't imagine trading Harden for this all-star caliber player who's a decade younger. That works both ways, though. It means Darius Garland at this point was a distressed asset. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting traded for a 36-year-old, that says something about you as well and where your value is in the league. At the end of the day, Darius Garland, a.k.a. Quick D-Lo, has never not once translated into elite play in the playoffs. Y'all keep harping on that about James Harden and then ignoring that when it comes to Darius Garland. Darius Garland has not put together one singular series or playoff run worth telling about in a playoff setting. Why? Because, number one, it's either he isn't as good in the playoffs or he's hurt, and he's hurt regularly at 26. On top of that, he's also 6 feet tall, and it's been a backcourt of a 6 foot tall and a 6'1" two guard. So we've been having this conversation about Darius Garland.
But he got,
in my opinion, the Cavs upgraded at point guard. I think James Harden is a better player than Darius Garland, and they're going for it. They're trying to win a championship. How many times did we want them to do the same thing and get the same result? Keep trying to run it back with D-Mitch, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and run it back. Second round exit.
Which is fair, but no. The reason why
I'm talking spitting right now.
No, he's not. And the reason why he's not is because I got a 25-year-old kid who's been in the playoffs 3 times, and in the 3 times that he's been in the playoffs, he's been hurt and he's underperformed at 25. I got since 2009. I got 17 years of history of this guy. I got a guy who's only been in the playoffs 3 times, real talk. And I got guys who at 25 years old, they actually do get better at some point.
You have a guy in James Harden who actually got to a final and played well in a Western Conference final series against an elite defense. Why do we sit here and act like
that was 10 years ago,
Harden but he's the one that went back that far. I'm not the one that went back that far. Why are we sitting here acting like James Harden doesn't have a track record of also performing well in playoff situations? It has a far better track record in the playoffs than Darius Garland. The fact that Chill is up here changing his mind because they've gone from Darius Garland to James Harden, who's a better player, is absolutely absurd to me.
Why though? Real talk. Why?
Zero. Because if you believe,
why are we saying that Garland doesn't have success in the playoffs in his future?
Why wouldn't you believe in the Cavs with a better player?
The reason why I wouldn't believe in the Cavs would have been because the better player that you just brought up, I've seen him in the playoffs. I've seen Darius Garland, but there's way more room to grow with a 25-year-old than there is with a 36-year-old.
You're having biased optimism. Shout out to Drench Man. That's all this is. Darius Garland has not shown you anything about performing.
But I've only seen a small amount of it, though. Real talk. That's the difference. I have only seen 3 years of Darius Garland. And one of those 3 years, he was hurt in the playoffs. Don't leave that part out. Meanwhile, I've seen countless times, don't get me wrong, James Harden has performed in the playoffs. But how many times have we sat up here, as good as these playoff series have been, as good as these players have been, how many times have we sat up here and said, when is it coming? When is it coming? How many times have we said, not, yo, this series is great, this guy's going to do this guy's going to do that. Instead of talking about how awesome this dude is, instead of talking about how awesome this guy is, we're talking about when is it coming? And on cue, it shows up.
When is it coming?
On cue, it 100% shows up.
Hey, it's coming like taxes.
Everybody up here, every time Cleveland is competitive, we're like, in the regular season, we're like, when's it coming? When is the Darius Garland can't perform in the playoffs coming again?
It's not Darius Garland alone, though. Real talk.
Tissue coming again. All of the same thing that you're saying about James Harden can be applied even more so to this Cleveland, the Cavs before he got there. I'm not understanding the reasoning. Sure, you can doubt Harden.
Do we not think that Garland can have a good series in his future?
As a unit.
He can't. No, he can. Damien, he can. Damien, but Chill, you're going against yourself, Chill, because you're the one who's been saying that if the same thing happens this year, you're going to be out on the Cavs. You were on your way out the door already. You were already on your way out the door. And I'm not saying that's just because of Darius Garland. So while I agree, because before you got up here, Real Talk, I'm already saying that I think this was a good move for the Cavs, mostly because Darius Garland is not healthy right now, but also because I think James Harden can help Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. That's where my mindset is. I don't think Donovan Mitchell needs much help, but Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, I think he can help. So those games, Chill, what you're talking about, James Harden will go to sleep or whatever. He might have 8 points, 12 points, whatever. Donovan Mitchell can get buckets. One thing about James Harden is he's always been a good passer, a good facilitator. I think he's still going to help open up Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. So to me, it's kind of like you might as well do this right now and see what you could do. Especially to Damien's point, they're afraid that they're going to lose Donovan Mitchell. You have to make a move right now. That's why I think this was a great move to go get James Harden. Even though I'm with you, Ron. I understand. I've seen James Harden fold like laundry. I've seen him fold like hot T-shirts out the dryer. I've seen it. But still, I still think this was a good move. I still think they had to do this. And I think this guy gives them the best shot than keeping Darius Garland. And he can't, his toes don't work. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they do not. So
we're just gonna sit around and wait for Donovan Mitchell to go to, I don't know, Miami or some other team. Like, no, you had to do this. This is a great move from the Cavs. Don't get off the train, Chill. Get your ass back on the train. What are you doing out there?
No,
Chill.
It's raining outside.
It's a better. Hey, Chill. It's a million trains. Hey, Chill. You don't gotta go to Miami. You could go to Dallas. You can go to Chicago. You can go to Phoenix. It's plenty of places you can go. Hey, Real Talk. Where you
Donovan Mitchell?
No, I'm talking about the train to Cleveland. You don't gotta go.
You better get on that Boston train, Chill. I'm trying to tell you.
So two things. Number one, to your point, Ox, this was the year that I felt like they could win an NBA championship. The problem that I was having was the physicality with this group. Can that change? And I got a young group. That was the issue. There was some immaturity with this group, and they were growing. Right? Evan Mobley was getting better. He hasn't performed up to what he had in years past, but he had improved. Same thing with Darius Garland. He had improved from years past. The injuries are what hampered him. And I felt like this team was getting better over the years, which they were. Last season, they won 64 games and they're the number one seed. Injuries hampered them. So we're coming into this season, and I'm thinking that this is the year that we're going to do it. And if you can't do it this year, considering what the salary cap is, considering what the second apron is, which is another reason why they ended up getting off Darius Garland, and they're trying to shave some money because they're trying to get out of cap hell, because those guys that are in the buyout market and those mid-level exception guys who are awesome, I can't have any of those guys because I'm in the second apron. With that also being said, they were building it, and they were a young group. James Harden, to Real Talk's point, James Harden on the other end, he's an older guy. I've seen the entire movie. I've seen younger guys improve as time has gone on. James Harden, I've seen the whole movie already. I know what this looks like.
You haven't seen the whole movie. In fact, Chill, weren't you just the one up here? See, now my memory is starting to kick in. Weren't you the one just up here encouraging somebody else? I forgot who. But you were like, hey, John Elway went to the Super Bowl 3 times and lost.
He was a loser for 15 years. For 15 years.
He was a loser for 15 years. He was a loser.
Yes, he was.
And then guess what? He got a team, and it finally clicked.
Okay,
it finally clicked. Who knows? James Harden right now is still very much an elite basketball player.
Yes,
it's
he
not
is.
like James Harden is in the dog days, which, again, shout out to James Harden because Damian was right. We did kind of think it was over after the Philly year because of the hamstring. And for him to rejuvenate his career and value the way he has this late into his career and play this well is, number one, golf clap to James Harden. Now, back to you, Chill. He is still an elite basketball player who has some elite tendencies, right? And some elite gameplay and play styles that still are very much effective. He's still one of the best pick and roll ball handlers in the league today. He's still one of the best passers in the league today. He's still one of the best playmakers in the league today. On top of that, now he's ramped back up the scoring volume on decent efficiency. So he's about to be in a win a team that has two good pick and roll bigs for him, not just one. They have shooting as well, and he's still next to an elite scorer in Donovan Mitchell. The Cavs are going to be, in my opinion, this is an upgrade again. And we don't know what's going to happen in this Eastern Conference in which the New York Knickerbockers are the best team. Who knows what's going to happen come playoff time. So you upgrade your team, right? Not only did they upgrade the James Harden role, but I also like what they did acquiring Dennis Schroeder. Now you have a ball handler off the bench, something you've been missing since Ty Jerome has been away. You also got Keon Ellis, a 3-and-D guard/wing who you hoped would be Lonzo Ball, but he can't put ball in basket. So now he has to be benched. Now you have an actual 3-and-D guard/wing that you can play. They upgraded all around at the guard position. And then got a better player for a swap with Darius Garland. They're going for it. I like what they're doing. And let's see what happens.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the check throw smoke and the hoes go ham. You ain't never seen hoops out here did raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.